Digital diasporas. It was a kind of term that was used sort of back in the 90s, really, when a number of black artists, black designers, sort of black tech community started to engage with questions of technology. And so, for example, a diaspora, is about how you communicate with people back home, right? So obviously diasporas come out of migration. So you come from, say, the Caribbean, you migrate to the UK. How do you keep contact with what's happening? And of course, through the internet, through social media, that is a increasingly important way in which kind of like cultural traffic is enabled through these diasporic connections. So at one level, a digital diaspora is simply the idea of connections between people across geographies, cultural geographies of migration. But on another level, I think it's in the 90s it started to get a kind of political resonance in the idea of thinking about the digital as not just this kind of, again, Eurocentric, kind of mostly white male space, that there's many other different kinds of traffic that was happening that were not really given much exposure, but which revealed a kind of diasporic, migrational, transnational kind of form of communication, and materials that kind of gave visibility to migrant communities and connected them in all different kinds of ways. So I think digital diaspora is not really a term that is used as often now, because, as I say, these things have changed. But I think at that point it was a sense of giving voice to the way that migrant communities were kind of using technology as a creative form of expression.